Hi, I'm Mike Taylor. Welcome to the Mike Taylor Education Essentials Collection. Today we're going to do a taper fade. With a taper fade, I'm going to start at the sides. I'm going to come in with a clipper, no guard on, and I'm just going to gently just flick out. Not too much, because I'll build the blend in with this. And same with the other side. And then at the back, I want to do my setting again, one notch up, then do myself a real light line. So now it looks like an awkward square hairline. I'm going to go up to it with my nought and then flicking out. So using now the clipper guard straight to the nought. So straight blade and then come out and flick out and take away all that excess hair. As I've said on previous videos, clipper over comb to start, take away the bulk. From the clipper over comb, I will switch to the 1.5 guard and flick out. Then to the 1 guard. Then to the 0.5. As you can see, I'm just gently using the edge of my clipper just to flick into that line and take that line away. So I'm looking at the way his hair is growing. It's growing towards me to the left. So I'm going to flick with the corner of my clipper towards the right. So now what I want to do is use my lever and pull my clipper guard right the way, just to perfect this blend. And again, I'm just going to use just the edge, just to get in and break it up so it blends in perfectly. Now repeat the process on the 2 sides. On the side panels, I am doing this very gently, just taking a little bit off because I don't want to take the shape away. And then to my 1.5 again, to my 1, to my half. To my clipper lever coming right up, and then just gently perfecting the blend. So if you repeat the process again on the other side, to the 1.5, to the 1, open the lever, the next stage I want to do to this haircut now is cut all the layers in and get the shape in before I perfect the fade and cut all the outline out. So again, cutting the Mike Taylor way, sections make perfect. I'm wetting all the hair forward. My client wants to keep his hair quite long. As you can see, it's quite thick. So I'm also going to do a little bit of razor cutting in this hair. And take a little bit more off the side lengths, but leave a bit more to the top lengths. Right, so we've got the section from ear to ear. Now from temple to temple. Then centimetre by centimetre. And then bring the hair up. Like I said, I want to keep it quite long, so I'm just going to take the ends off the top. Work my way right to the front. Now working into the sides. Again, by moving the sections, using your guide. I'm just cutting this 90 degrees uniform to the head. And then repeat on the other side. and then moving through to the back lengths. Again, same process of cutting from the very top of the head. Follow this down, again, uniform style until you get to the back and blend in with the taper. And then repeat to the other side. Now I've finished cutting the layers, all I want to do is just cut the layers at the front just to take it a tiny bit off his eyes. So now I'm going to go over, cross-check my work. I'll do this by going the opposite way that I cut it. Again, if you do find your layers are out, don't recut the hair. Go back to the layer that's out and then fix the problem. Otherwise, you'll just keep making the hair too short. After I've done this, I will start my razor comb. Now I'm going to start razor cutting. Razor cutting is probably my favourite technique for men's hair. I feel with men like to have their hair thinned out but natural, rock starry looking. I do loads of cuts with the razor in the barbershop with longer hair. I mean, my time, mid-90s, the indie, I love doing Oasis, Blur haircuts, Paul Weller sort of styles. So I use the razor as much as I can use the razor. So for me, the razor is a must. I love working with it and I love teaching people how to use it, but you've got to use it correctly. The hair's got to be wet. You don't want to put too much tension on the hair, and just use it gently. You don't need a lot to create the effect. So when I go through with the razor, I don't do real sections, but I follow a methodical process. So I'll take a big section, just really loosely in my fingers, and then just lightly pop the razor across. Just lightly coming across. Then the next section. So I can see I'm just grabbing sections, but I know where I'm working, and then I'm just coming in the last third of the hair and very gently just coming across. So I just want to give the hair, just thin it out and give it some lovely movement. Look at that. So right up to the middle, not too much tension, then just gently pull the razor through. So I bring it over, giving the hair the perfect end result and the texture it deserves. Working across to the other side, same again, just gentle sections. Just coming through. If you push too hard, you'll take too much hair off, just very gently. And then, like I say, no definite sections, but methodically I know where I'm working. You can see just a gentle action, just taking a tiny bit of hair away. And then we'll work into the back area where it's quite thick as well. Free rein with the razor, just gently use the comb and the razor, just gently coming down your hair, just to thin it through. So now all the layers are perfect. What I want to do is clip her over comb to get the shape around the sides and back. Then I'm going to use the foils to finish off the taper fade. So now I've done the clipper over comb, I've prepared the hair, I've cut it, I've razored it, I'm gonna just foil out. I always wanna use the skin fade foils at the end of the service. So first off, again with the trimmers and the fade brush, just coming in and then gently just coming out. Remembering with the foils, down, Now I've got my shaping, I just want to complete the blend. So I'm going to start with my blade at the highest by the lever, and like before, just have a look at the way it grows and just use the corner of the blade just to perfect the blend. And then if I want to notch it down, I'll notch it down a couple. Just to make sure I get this faded perfectly. And I will repeat this process on the sides as well. If there is any little bits, put your scissors just to break up any little lines, just using the tip of your scissors or your trimmers. Now I'm going to just outline the haircut and show the shape off. Starting at the sides, just coming up like before, using the tip of the trimmer to go around the ears. We really need to show off this lovely taper fade. Now I'm just going to finish off. I want to put the movement in after the razor in. I'm going to use the GBBA salt spray, spray that in there, dry that in there using the diffuser. I know my client has got real straight, strong hair, but I still think I can get some movement in that with the salt spray and the diffuser, all coming forward. Then I'll finish it with a bit of GBBA powder. There you go, a taper fade with a nice layered haircut. A little bit more weight coming off the sides, but razored in. As you can see, the texture now I've produced with that on real straight, thick hair. It's just got so much more movement.